Well, good afternoon, Wild West guitar fans. I got a wonderful guitar to be able to show you today. This is one of the guitars that comes from Fender, the Fender Custom Shop. It's a Kyle McMillan hybrid Stratocaster, and this was one of the guitars that was featured at this year's NAMM show in Anaheim, California. It's a unique combination of kind of a Telecaster and a Stratocaster. There's a couple cool features I love about this guitar. First of all, it's the finish. This is one of the rarer of the Fender finishes. It's called Charcoal Frost. And it was a finish that was actually provided and available in the 60s, but it was kind of phased out during the late 60s into the 70s. Or it was very, very rare that you would see it even after that time period. Beautiful guitar, has a little bit of a metal flake in the body, and it definitely kind of gives it a couple different shades and a couple different light settings. The other thing I really love about this guitar is the binding. It's a neat little detail that you don't see on Stratocasters and only on Fender Telecaster Customs. And it really is a way to kind of dress up a guitar and kind of make it even a little bit more special. As you can see by the body shape, it kind of pays homage to both the Stratocaster body shape as well as the Telecaster body shape. And again, you get kind of the Strat contour with kind of the same kind of boxiness and shape, a little bit on the bottom of a Telecaster, but on the rest kind of a Stratocaster. And again, that's why it's called the hybrid. I'm a big fan of the Seymour Duncan pickup that's loaded in here. I believe it's the TB4V, and I just love the voicing. It has along the lines of kind of like a PAF, but with a little bit more bite and a little bit more fullness in the mid-range. This is just a wonderful, unique, one-of-a-kind guitar that was made for this year's NAMM show, and it really showcases some of the fine craftsmanship of Kyle McMillan, one of the best and upcoming Fender Custom Shop luthiers. Fans, thanks. We're gonna have a giveaway, and we're gonna feature this giveaway with your choice of either a set of 9 gauge or 10 gauge Fender Super 250. They're nickel-plated steel guitar strings. So it would be your choice of either a set of 9 to 42s or 10 to 46. And we're also gonna include with this giveaway your choice of a gauge of Fender picks that you might like a medium, thin, or heavy. Thanks again for patronizing Wild West Guitars. Tell you, there's nothing quite like a Stratocaster being played in anger. And I'm a big fan of this particular Stratocaster. This is one of the 2020 NAMM Show Special 1970, one of the last of what they would consider the 4-bolt Stratocasters before they switched over to the 3-bolt example starting in 1971. Why the 4 bolts have a certain mystique and grandeur about it is it's a couple different things. This would be kind of what they would consider a Hendrix era Strat. Of course, Jimmy was playing new Strats really throughout most of his career, and the biggest portions from really 66 to 1970. So this would be very much along the lines of something that Jimi Hendrix would have played during the Band of Gypsies era or on the last 1970 tour. These guitars feature the big headstock. I love the voicings of these custom shop pickups. They actually bring out a little bit more mid-ranginess to the instrument to give it a fullness to its sound. And I don't know, just growing up in this era, while some guys aren't a big fan of the headstock, larger headstocks, I am. I think they actually have a tonal property because they will add a little bit more mass to the headstock of the instrument to kind of help with its fullness and its sustain. These are really wonderful instruments, and we were really lucky to be able to grab a maple neck with a maple fretboard version, as well as this rosewood with the maple neck. And the neat thing is these are pretty authentic. Again, the truss rod is on the bottom without the skunk stripe, and again, very authentic and to a certain exactness as to exactly how these guitars were being made. in 1970 and very early 1971. And this is one way to kind of get a cool piece of Fender's history. Wow. This is a really unique master-built Fender Stratocaster here. It's made off of oak growth redwood, and it actually comes from an airfield where the original, what they would call the Zeppelin or airships were flown here on the California coast, up in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco area. What's neat about this old redwood that was chosen, it's over 110 years old. And while it was used as a building material, it has a certain lightness and a resonance that really gives this instrument a unique tonal timbre. These are the type of instruments that we feature here at Wild West Guitars, and they're all available and for view on our website, where we'll have a complete spec sheet so you can see exactly how the instrument was built and what materials were used for it. We feel here at Wild West Guitars we want to offer our customers the very best instruments that they can envision, and we're proud to be able to present this. Thanks so much for watching.